Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. All right, that's all I'm giving y'all. Greetings, royal family. Happy Black History Month. It is Monday, February 3rd, I think. I'm feeling good. Hope you feeling good too. I had my iced coffee. And thank you for those of you who joined the morning show this morning. You guys were on the live. We had a good time. We laughed. We joked. We talked about the Super Bowl. And we got into a couple of little other things. So thank you. Royal family. Happy New Week. Happy Black History Month. Groundhog Day was yesterday. So we should be getting a early spring. That's what Phil, the groundhog, said. All right, so you guys read the title. So let me get a little bit serious now. Porsha Williams and Dennis McKinley, they are cast members on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And being that Real Housewives of Atlanta did not air yesterday because of the Super Bowl, I decided to bring this topic to you guys, right? So I want to have a good discussion about this. I want to talk about this. So make sure you are hitting the like button. Make sure you are dropping in the comments and giving me your feedback. I really appreciate it. So let's get straight into it, okay? So Porsha and Dennis. On the, I think it was the last episode, whichever episode it was, if you guys are following the season, Dennis sat down with Porsha's mother, Porsha's sister, and also Dennis's mother was present as well. They had a dinner, and Dennis wanted to apologize for his recent actions. So if you've been following season 12, you know that Porsha and Dennis, they were going through their rocky time in their relationship. He was not faithful. They were engaged. He took the engagement ring back. They went to, looks like, 2 sessions of counseling. She got her ring. He came and visited her in Canada, surprised her, gave her her ring back, and now everything is supposed to be happy. This is what's happening on the show. So he coordinated a family meeting, like I said, to apologize to Porsha's mother and her sister for being unfaithful while Porsha was pregnant with their only daughter, Pilar. Is that her name? PJ. She's so cute. So Porsha and her, after Dennis was, caught cheating and they were going through their rocky time, Dennis's family, no, Porsha's family, her sister and her mom, they blocked Dennis on social media, so he couldn't communicate with them. They were upset with him. You could tell the emotions were high at that meeting. So once they found out that he cheated, of course, they took Porsha's side. Lauren was very vocal about Porsha not going through the same thing that she went through, yada, yada, yada. Now, when he sat down and he apologized to them, they seemed receptive. Miss Diane seemed very receptive. Lauren seemed very receptive as well. So, it seemed like everything was all good, right? And Porsha, she explained in her confessional on that episode that she never knew anyone who cared enough about her to take the steps to apologize to her family for cheating on her, basically. Okay? Oh, how sweet. So this is what she said in her confessional. I actually went back, word for word, type this out just for you guys. All right. So Dennis sitting down with my mom and my sister is a chance for him to really put his money where his mouth is. This is a time to look them in the eyes and let them know he understands what he did to his family. Now, the thought of Dennis doing what he did, having a little ponderosa with the family and letting everybody know, what I did was wrong and taking accountability and blaming his infidelity on the fact that Porsha was pregnant. And then afterwards, she was going through postpartum depression and, because that's what he said. The idea of him sitting the family down is all good. That's all good. In my opinion, the meeting did seem like it was staged, forced, scripted. I'm just saying, the idea is nice. So here's the question. Is it necessary to apologize to your significant other's family after you did them wrong or after you cheated, in the relationship? Is it a requirement? Do you have to sit down your boyfriend's or your fiance's family or your girlfriend or your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, husband, even if you're married, do you have to sit down your in-laws or your significant other's family to apologize to them if you were the one that cheated in the relationship? Is it necessary? Now, we know a relationship is between two people, right? And some people do confide in their family, you know what I'm saying? Their loved ones, their close friends. Oftentimes it's said that your family should kind of stay out of your relationship situations. I agree with that to some degree. Yes, you really should keep others out of your relationship. And again, some people will vent to their relatives or their close friends about some of the things that are going on in that relationship. And see, the problem with that, I'm not going to say whether I have a problem with that or not yet. The problem with that is you really run the risk of the person or people that you vent to, you run the risk of them feeling comfortable interjecting in your relationship without you even asking, because you've gotten them accustomed to letting them know, or being in the know with everything that's going on in your relationship. So basically, they're going to give you a whole bunch of unsolicited advice. They're going to think that they're active participants in your relationship. Instead of it being two people, it's going to be you, your significant other, and whoever it is that you confided in, whether it be one person or more than one person. Some people, not all, so you do run the risk of that happening. And I've seen it play out where that can cause tension in the relationship, the family relationship, as well as the romantic relationship. But you invited them in there. That's why keep your family out your business. In certain instances, keep people out your business. So again, once you invite somebody else, into your relationship, it, like I said, it then opens them up to thinking that they can be extremely hands-on in your business. But then again, who's to blame? You can tell people to back off, but you've invited them into your relationship. I don't know. I just, is that necessary? Do you have to sit down your in-laws or your soon-to-be in-laws and say, I'm sorry, I cheated? Do you have to do it? I mean, it's the idea of it is good, but is it a requirement? So does it even help? Like, does what Dennis did, do you think that is going to help with the family dynamic as it pertains to his relationship with his soon-to-be sister-in-law, soon-to-be mother-in-law? I mean, Dennis and Porsha do have a child together, so I can understand them keeping their relationship in good standing for the sake of PJ, because, I'm pretty sure there has to be some line of communication if everybody is involved in PJ's life. I get that, but does this actually help the relationship if Dennis cheated, then he apologizes to mom, then he apologizes to sister? Is that helping? I mean, does that always work? What are your thoughts on this, Royal Family? I really want to hear from you guys. I mean, is it necessary to apologize to your partner's family after infidelity? I mean, have you ever done it? Would you ever do it? And has anyone ever done that in your own family? Like, has your significant other ever done that? I mean, you may not want to put your business in the comments, but I'm just saying, share your thoughts anyway, because I want to hear what you have to say. Now, after all that pomp and circumstance with Dennis at the table, woo, 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 tears, everybody going around, giving each other hugs, are Porsha and Dennis even still together at the moment? Inquiring minds want to know. So Porsha on January 24th, she announced that she's done with Dennis, and she put this in an Instagram post, and she also warned that she is about to tell it all. Now, we don't know if her Instagram was hacked. That seems to be happening a lot lately, just like what happened with Offset, right? Shame. He was wrongly accused of messing with somebody. His Twitter and Instagram got hacked. Anyway, so in January, Dennis, it was all over social media. Dennis was caught at a diner at 4 a.m. with 4 other women. He was the only male in the dining party, and it looks like they were laughing. And these were unidentified women. We don't know if they were related to him. We don't know if they were former co-workers, future business partners. We still don't know to this day. Okay, and this happened a month ago. So he's some suspicious and unidentified women. He was having a meal at 4 a.m. in the diner. I mean, it could be totally innocent. Who am I to judge? So, and Porsha went on to Watch What Happens Live. Oh, God. I just can't stand that Andy Cohen. Anyway, this was on January 19th, and she kind of alluded to the relationship being in a problematic state, as we've seen so far play out on Housewives of Atlanta. And Porsha just says, we're working on our relationship. And then, do you trust him? This is what Andy is asking her. Do you trust him? And Porsha, she got a little bit defensive, and she says, I think you ask me every time I come here. I think every relationship is a work in progress. We have a daughter together. We know that, Porsha. Just pray for us. You pray for yourselves. Add us in there too. I'm figuring out my life. This is what her response was. And you know what's sad? It's sad. It's sad that because you are a public figure, your relationship is under a microscope and you have to deal with all the criticism publicly. Like, they do have a child together, and I do understand Porsha wanting to keep her family together. But sis, you got to know that it's very possible to be active and involved parents without you being in a relationship with PJ's father. You understand what I'm trying to say? And it's just like, how many times are you going to allow someone to degrade you, to break you down emotionally before you say, I don't deserve this? Like, how long does that have to happen? And because, you know, I find this so funny. I forgot what video or what I was talking about in one of my videos where I said it's so interesting that girlfriends will fall apart with each other, like platonic, like friends, homegirls, will fall out with each other over the simplest things. But when it comes to a man, that's what Marlo was saying. I said it in my review. Marlo was saying that to Porsha. But when it comes to a man, you know, the man can do something consecutive, like over and over and over, publicly, disrespect. And it's just like, some females are just like, I'm gonna work it out because, but let your girlfriend, you know, let you think your girlfriend is jealous because of your nails. I don't know, something trivial. You ready? You know, I don't want to be friends with her no more because she is hating. She is jealous. I cut her off. Right? Like, you see that a lot. They're very, very interesting. I just guess Portia's not tired yet. I guess she ain't tired yet. And I'm not saying whether she should stay or leave, but I do feel that if they're serious about getting married, I don't think that it should be done now. I really think that she should hold off, because if this is what it's like before marriage and she hasn't even known him long enough, girl, this is a crystal ball into what your future could possibly look like. It's a 50-50 chance, but that's a huge gamble when you're talking about your emotions, the environment for your child. You know, I just noticed that the longer someone stays in a relationship that's similar to Porsha and Dennis, that's just like this, it's like the more bitter they become, the more like angry and aggressive they become. And it's just sad to see. So I don't know. This is why I found it, you know, kind of fake that Dennis sat down with Porsha's family and did all that apologizing only for things to remain the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, after all that, you know, there's still speculations and rumors, and Porsha, she's going on TV. She's posting stuff on Instagram saying she's done. She could be trolling, but assuming that she's not, it's like, you did all of that apologizing for what? Just for you to turn around and do the same thing? Like, stop wasting people's time. If you want to be an unfaithful man, find a woman who is going to accept you being unfaithful. Stop trying to make Porsha be something that she's not. Because she obviously has a problem with you cheating. Do you know that there's lots of people out there that will allow you to cheat in peace? Why don't you go hook up with people like that? No? Am I tripping? Let me know if I'm tripping, royal family. I don't know. What was the reason, Dennis? What was the reason for you to sit down with this woman's family only to turn around to possibly do the same thing again? Like, come on, you got to keep it real with yourself. I don't know. So Porsha's mom, I remember she did say during the dinner, you know, something along the lines of, I didn't work this hard for my daughter to become a baby mama. What does that mean, Miss Diane? So should she stay in a marriage or in a relationship where she's being degraded just to say that she's married? Just to say that she's with her daughter's father? Like, is Dennis the only man in Atlanta? Is he? I find that hard to believe. Eva moved on. Candy moved on. Cynthia moved on. They don't seem to be having trouble in the men department, you know? So is the objective to have a title as a wife? Yeah, is that the objective? Even if it's at the expense of your self-esteem and your emotional health, just as long as you have that title as Mrs. So-and-so, it looks good on the outside, and that's all that matters. But anyway, when the relationship gets rocky, like I said, does the cheater or the offender owe his or her in-laws, future in-laws, current in-laws an apology? So be sure to let me know in the comments. Keep it respectful. You don't have to agree with anything that I said. That is totally fine as long as you disagree respectfully. Please, no profanity in the chat. Please, I love all of you guys. I love commenting. I love engaging with you guys. No profanity, not even abbreviated. Just strike it out when you type it in the comments. So, royal family, make sure that your notifications are on. If you rocked out until the end of this video, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. For those of you who joined the morning show, again, thank you. Every morning, 9:30-ish Eastern time, there is a live morning show that I come on and just chit chat with you guys. It is audio only, so if you want to see my pretty little face, you can check out any of the other content on the channel. If you haven't done so already, you want to be a part of the royal family, you want to join the discussion, start now. Hit the subscribe button, make sure you click the notification bell and select all so that you don't miss any of my uploads. All right, royal family, I'm signing off for now. I will see you guys tomorrow morning, God willing, on the Morning Boogie Morning Show. Like the video if you liked it. Before you go, drop down in the comments and let me know how you feel about the topic that I discussed today. Is it necessary for you to apologize or give an explanation to your in-laws or future in-laws or your significant other's family after you have either cheated or done something to cause the relationship to possibly break up? Let me know. I can't wait to hear your feedback on this. Royal family, I love you for watching. Until next time, peace.